Guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I greet you according to your time. How are you guys doing? So, happy new year again. Happy new year once more, guys. So in today's video, I want to do amebo and open this breadstick. I want to do amebo. Close that door for me. Close that door. I want to do amebo, and I feel like I'm a boring. I feel like doing amebo with you guys now. I don't know why I feel like my camera is not that clear. Yeah, guys, so I'm coming back from church. Today is Saturday, and Saturdays are normally for cleaning the sanctuary and just making sure everything is paying and ready for tomorrow's service. So I just felt, let me come and talk to you guys about Christianity these days. Now, there are some people that I don't know if they normally go to clean the sanctuary feeling big. Now, for instance, the person I want to talk about today is my pastor's wife. So our former pastor was transferred and they brought a new pastor to us. And then this pastor happens to have a wife. And so this is our pastor's new wife. Do you know that I normally feel that most men of God, most pastors, they normally end up marrying wrongly. Like they marry somebody that the person is just married to the man because he's a man of God, he's anointed, and he's really dedicated to the things of the Lord, but not because the person has the heart of the pastor. I don't know if you know what I'm saying. Like, okay, there are very few men of God that are married to women. Like, let me say Pastor Mildred, women that they're equally doing the things of God, walking in the ways of God, and just dedicating everything to God. Do you understand? So I equally normally feel like there are some pastors' wives who are not so good and influenced to their husband, plus to the congregants, because somehow they feel Mami G.O. kind of vibes. They feel they are too big to help, they are too big to do cleaning of the sanctuary and all that. They feel like they have specific jobs to do. Now, today we had a program this morning, and on Saturdays is normally for cleaning, so we went to clean the church, and then it turned out there was a program for workers of the church. So we attended this program, and after that there are some few sanctuary cleaners that just left because they came intentionally to clean, not for the program. Some of them did not even know that the program was holding on today because they posted it online, but it's not everybody that has data. You people know Nigeria, we don't have it's not everybody that have internet in the house, because lights is an issue. If you don't have money to burn your gen, like to be fueling your gen back to back, even if you put internet Wi-Fi in your house, you're wasting your money, because you will be paying it every month and you will not see the light to run it. As you know, for Wi-Fi to be okay, you need to have light. So where were we? I feel like I'm going back and forth, but you just bear with me. Before I finish, of course, you're going to understand what I'm trying to say. So some workers in the church that are Saturday workers, those are like church cleaners, people who clean, arrange the chairs, dust the chairs, clean the pulpit. Now, because when I joined that church, I asked which unit was vacant, and the pastor told me hospitality unit or children's unit. Of course, I cannot join children's unit. Why? Because I have children in my house. I cannot finish dealing with my own stress here and go to church. Instead of sitting and listening to the word of God, I'll be dealing with other people's children. And let me tell you that when you go outside is when you'll know that your children are so disciplined. There are people whose children are very, very indisciplined, and because it's church now, you're not expected to flog somebody's child, you get. So I just dismissed it. I told the pastor, no, I'm not interested in children's department. Hospitality department, on the other hand, they normally buy things for children, cartons of biscuits, cartons of caprisons and juice, and during Sunday service, they will now be sharing it for them. And that means me carrying these things. That means me carrying these things to church every Sunday if I'm in that department. And that is a no-no for me. I have a small baby to carry. I cannot be carrying my baby and be holding hand of another one and still be carrying something on my head and still carrying my handbag. It's too much for me. I quickly dismissed that. So I told him, I think I'll go for washing and cleaning of the sanctuary. That unit is okay by me. So that's what I've been doing. So today, fast forward to what happened today after people came and some people realized that there was a service. So not many of them turned up, but we ended up to be 2 women, me and Mami Gio, of course, and the others were men. So the men fetched the water, and then me and Mami Gio were supposed to wash the church. I was washing the church, and the woman was just doing as if she doesn't know she's supposed to help me and wash that church. In my head, I'm like, this woman expects me to wash this church alone, and we are together. I said, if I don't tell her, she will not use her sense, because common sense is not common to everybody. So I now told her that, take the other mop stick and clean the other half of the church. Let me clean this side so that the men can help us to dust the chairs. Time has gone so that we can all finish and leave. Then she ashamedly agreed, even though I could tell that she was not tuned in for that. She didn't want to do it, but she ended up doing it because, of course, it's church and your Mami Gio and your husband is around. If you misbehave, shook our hand into your eye. Anyway, guys, so after that, I now said, let her clean this thing. Of course, she started cleaning. See, I cleaned my own half. I finished. I cleaned the back. I finished. I went and cleaned the store and cleaned the children's church room area and finished. Auntie is still cleaning her own half. In my head, I'm like, are you doing this because you are naturally a lazy person? Or are you doing it because you feel too big to clean because you are a Mami Gio? Because let me tell you guys, I'm a worker in the church. I'm in the cleaning department, but I do not attend that department if I know that my body is telling me I'm not feeling the vibes. Let me tell you, when I go to church, I go and clean wholeheartedly. I leave my house knowing very well that today is church cleaning day. Now, let me tell you how I do it. Like, for instance, tomorrow is Saturday. I clean my house in the evening. Like yesterday night, I cleaned my own house. I cleaned all everywhere. So that when I wake up on Saturday, I know that my house is in order and I don't need to lift a finger to change anything to clean it. Is okay like that. So when I wake up, I take my bath, I dress up, and I go to clean the church. That's how I do it. Because if you wake up and say you want to clean your own house before you go and clean church, if you go and you realize it's only you that turned up today, you die there. Because there are days that I've turned up to clean the church and I've realized it's only me. I swept, I dusted, I mopped, I arranged all the chairs before I see maybe 1 or 2 people arriving late. Of course, African time, as you know. So I finished all those places. This woman was still doing her own half. And when I finished, I decided to dust children's chairs. I cleaned children's chairs. I arranged the children's class. I finished everything. I came and dusted the choir people chairs. I arranged everything. I equally arranged the pastor's side seats. I equally came and started dusting the back seat chairs and arranged everything. This woman was still cleaning that half. When she finished cleaning that half, she now came. She went outside. I don't know what she was doing, as if she was washing the broom or washing the mop or duster. She washed it all, and then she hanged it outside. Only for us to finish. Then I realized the front veranda of the church has not been cleaned. In my head, I thought she was cleaning it when she finished. She did not clean anything. I still went and cleaned it. So anyway, I just felt like sharing with you guys that it's not as if you see somebody is a Mami Gio, like he's married to a pastor, it's not as if the person's heart is really committed to God. Most times, there are those pastors that are really committed and dedicated to God, but their wives, if you see Apostle Joshua Selma no gree married till now, you get why. What an elder sees sitting down, even if you climb the tallest iroko tree, you will not be able to see it. He get why. If you see Joshua Selman no green marry, he get what? He get why. Because he feels that he doesn't need anything that will annoy him and come against him with God, because it's only God that knows. He might end up marrying a woman that will not allow him to walk in the ways of God the way he wants to. So he have just decided to use his youth and really walk in the ways of the Lord very, very well. If at all he will decide to marry later, he has used the best part of his years to work for the Lord, So I just wanted to say that Christians, we need to change. Like, if you know you are working in a certain unit in church, do it wholeheartedly, because you're not doing it for me, you're not doing it for you, you're doing it for God. And if you're doing it and part of your head is doing it, part of your head is not doing it, that is the same way you receive your blessings from God, half. But if you put your mind and do it, there is no way you ask God for something that he will not do for you, you see. So anyway, guys, I just felt, let me share with you. It's not actually a rant. I was just sharing something about Christianity that has been bugging my life. And at this point, I'm thinking like, I don't know how to title this video. The millennial Christianity. The Gen Z Christianity, whatever. I'll see how to title it, but basically it's just about Christianity and how Christians behave, things they do that annoy people sometimes, and all that. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. It remains your baby doll, Linda. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Ciao, ciao.